What's up, guys? Whitehorse here. I'm gonna give you guys a deck profile of my glads, as I promised you guys. I'm gonna try to have more deck profiles on the way for you guys from people at locals tomorrow. So, again, sorry I did not give this earlier to you guys this week. Monday, I believe, is when I said I would have did it. Um, I've been working. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get in the deck. 3 Lakiri. I like the muscle. In case if you guys don't know what I'm trying to say here, I like the attack boost at 21. You know, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty beefy for a 4-star, and it's sort of hard to get over. But it's a really good card. It sort of makes the deck. Darius. He's just pretty much a Monster Reborn of the deck. You know, he's really good. It's really good for Gazara's plays. Two Akist. Recycling out War Chariots and Glads if you need them. It's really good. Probably the deck, or not the deck, I'm sorry. The card that needs to come back to 2 in the deck, is what I meant to say, is Bestiari. I know it's not really that, I mean, I know he's sort of broke, that you can go in, of course, that guy and pop 2, but honestly, this guy is not really that broke. He just pops back row. If he was at 2 this format, it wouldn't be good at all, because nobody plays back row besides Evil Swarm. So, honestly, this card wouldn't be bad if it came back to 2. Honestly, in my opinion, it's just the MST. Murmillo, he pops monsters. That's it. That's it for the Glads. 2, Thunder King. I play these just because if I play that Spellbook, I don't really have a good side deck against Spellbook. And this is just a good card. If you summon this dude and set 3 back row, because you know Glads run a little bit of back row, they don't know what you're playing. So, and you can single-handedly win off a Thunder King and just by stopping their plays with your back row and just pinging them for, you know. That's it for the monsters. I believe it is. Let's count here. It's 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11 monsters. So it's not, you know, it's not really that big on monsters. Then again, I don't think a Glad deck has ever really been that big on monsters. Next, for spells, we have 3 Proving Ground. A lot of people ask me why I run this. It's because I usually don't get Glads when I really need them. I just get a lot of traps. And then there's just some games where I like open this. Honestly, there's like some games where I open this shit right here. Well, no, not that, but you know, you catch my drift. I open a lot of monsters. So Proving Ground is good. I usually side 1 out just to have 2. But this is a good card. Honestly, I believe if you're going to run Glads, run Proving Ground. If you don't like it, side it out. If you don't like it at all, just don't run it. It's just my opinion. Forbidden Lance. This card is broke as hell in this deck. This card is really, really broke as hell in this deck. For instance, say, you know, you have this face down, or whatever. They attack your Lakiri, and, you know, they're attacking. So, you know, let's just say hell with Molan Glacia. And he's at 21. Bam. Lance this, it's at 2,000. This dies, and you get the plus because you get its effect, because it was attacked. So, Lance sort of stands really good in this deck. Triple Lance, I like triple because I like to actually protect my monsters. And, you know, the damage step thing. So, Triple Lance is really good in my opinion. This is just pretty much staples. MSTs, triple. Usually if you don't like, you know, the 3, you can just maybe side them out. I don't know. Side them out against dragons, I know that. Unless, well, I probably wouldn't side them out against dragons because they side like Gozen, which really kills this deck. Storm, Reborn, and Dark Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I still think these are really good, this format, guys. I wouldn't advise anyone taking these cards out just because everyone says it's bad. I mean, honestly, this right here can actually kill a tier 2 deck. Like, if you go to a regional and there you think you're just like, oh, man, there's going to be dragons and spellbooks and evil swarms. But, guys, honestly now, not everybody can afford those decks. I mean, I know that sounds mean, but it's the truth. I mean, you got decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now that's like $500. Anyways, and that's a lot of money to be, you know, spending on Yu-Gi-Oh! Ooh, hey, look, it's me. Anyways, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. These cards are good. If you play these in this deck, and you play against a tier 2 deck, these cards still are good. I understand if you can't Dark Hole Draco Sack. I understand that if they have tokens or whatever. You can kill the tokens still, I guess. I don't know. Monster Reborn. I understand if you don't want a Monster Reborn, they're Kaiku of the Ghost Destroyer and, you know, just, well, I don't know. That probably would be a good play. Anyways, Heavy Storm. I know that dragons don't play back row, but Heavy Storm's still a good card. If you at least play these and they don't work for you game one, side them out. But still, guys, play this. This is really good in my opinion. So that's just my opinion, though. You don't have to follow by what I say. Anyways, traps. This is probably the heaviest thing in the whole deck. Oh yeah. Also, the spells. I run 12 spells. Traps. A lot. 3 War Chariot. Card's broken. It's like a Herald of Orange Light. If you guys know what that does, it negates and destroy. And that's anything. This can negate Valor. Can negate Herald of Orange Light. It can negate, anything really. 3 Wabaku. This card is needed in this deck. When they attack you, you chain this. Nothing happens. Make sure you actually get the copy that says you take no battle damage this turn. Your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. Make sure you get that copy, because if you don't, if you get the other copy that's just like you don't take any damage this turn, I guess they could like call a judge and get it confirmed that your monster still dies. But I get the ones. I believe this is actually the newly printed Wabaku, so I would recommend get those. Anyways, 2 chains. Haven't did that in a while. 2 Fiendish Chain. This card is just really good. I don't play Valor, so I have 2 Fiendish Chains. Why not? 2 Prison. Prison's actually good. I've actually been siding this out, though. It hasn't really been doing that much this format. So, Prison's okay, actually. Bottomless, there's no need to explain that. This card's broke as hell, in my opinion. I feel like Bottomless is needed in every deck. Torrential's just pop everything. I mean, what's not good about that? Mirror Force, again, pop everything when they attack. I mean, that card's broke. I've seen a lot of people play this lately, too. Like, a lot of people's taking everything out except for Mirror Forces. I guess that card's just better than this card. I don't know. Anyways, then you got the Solemn Duo, Moses and Jesus. So, they're pretty cool. They negate everything. And then Stardust, or not Stardust Dragon, Starlight Road to get Stardust Dragon. As you can see there is Stardust Dragon on the card there. Anyways, that's it for the traps. Honestly, I don't think I know how many. 6, 9, sorry guys, 12, 15, 16, 19 traps. So it is, like I said, a pretty trap heavy deck. I believe this deck is 42, I believe. I'm not really sure, but at the moment, but this is a really good deck. It's been working for me. I'm going to try it out at locals. I've been playtesting against a lot of people with it on DN and stuff, so I think it's gonna do good and hold its ground. But anyways, that's the actual deck. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the extra deck. A lot of you probably thought I was done. 2 Gazaris again. Nothing's really changed in the extra deck, I can say. But Gazaris is broken. You need at least 2, in my opinion. I know going in at one time sort of wins game, but it's a really good card just to have in case one of your guys get banned, or in case like this one gets banned, then you have one to fall back on, and if you can go in again. 2 Esadari. I like the fact that you could. This is really toolbox, I guess you could say. So I like the chance to go into this if I have to. So 2 Random Glads. Heracleanos. Oh my god. This card is so broke. It negates spells and traps as long as you have cards in your hand to discard for his effect. And it's just broken. I mean, it's 3,000. So, what's not good about that? XYZs. Okay. Zenmains. Tempo. Leviathan Dragon. Acid Golem. I wanted to say that Acid Golem is really weird, and I probably wouldn't recommend playing this. This card's terrible, in my opinion. I don't like him, but I'm just playing him just because I don't have a black chip corn. Also, the same goes for Cowboy, Augusto Phoenix, Pap Daddy, Utopia, and Jim. Alright, I want to stop right here and say, D'Augusto Emerald, I would not run this card in this deck, because if you guys know what Glads do, they go back to the deck. They do not actually go back in the grave, or they don't go to the grave at all. They just go back to the deck. So this card's sort of dead. If I had a Abyss Dweller, I would actually play this over, or I would play a Dweller over this, but I don't have one, so, and no one at my locals has one for trade. Pearls, just pretty much to get over, swarms, and then all this is just, I guess you could say good. My Stroke is not in here because it's in my other deck, so you're probably wondering what that is. And Stardust Dragon, so, for the road, of course. I'm going to show my extra deck. This is a weird extra deck, so I mean, if you want to leave bad comments on the extra deck, that's fine. I agree probably with every word. This is a really bad extra deck, so. Test Tiger, I didn't really main it, so I have it in the side deck. I just like having it there, just in case I need more fuel on the monsters. Leech in the Light for Constellars. That's actually a pretty good card. Pot of Duality. I wanna stop here and explain a little bit. Pot of Duality is actually a really good card in this deck, but I just didn't really find any space in the actual main deck to actually main this. So I sided in. This card's really good. It helps you, dig your stuff. So it adds consistency to the deck, I guess you could say. Next traps, 2 Mind Crush. Them Mermails, man. Or not them Mermails, but not the Mermails, I'm sorry. Them Spellbooks and them Dragons. That's it. This is for the Mermails. Actually, those are for the Mermails. Soul Drain and Macro. We have quite a few Mermails that are, local and so I side those just for, Mermails and stuff. Stuff that happens in the grave, I guess you could say. And then this is just for everything that's dark, like Dark Worlds and Evil Swarms and Infernities. I hate all 3 of those decks, and probably Black Wings. I don't hate that deck, but I side this, So, I mean, this is actually a really good card, too. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's my Gladiator Beast deck profile. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. Leave comments below. If you leave bad comments on the extra deck, I don't really mind because that was or not extra deck but side deck. The side deck was sort of weird, but anyways, I will have more videos and deck profiles up for you guys tomorrow because tomorrow will be locals at our locals. So anyways, till next time, guys. This is MattWhitehorse signing out. Peace.